If you guys are interested in purchasing a firearm to take out to the gun range and just shoot the crap out of and absolutely love every time you pull the trigger, just stay tuned. You are going to love the Beretta M9A4. As far as this Beretta M9A4 goes, why do I like it? Number one, I was in the Air Force. We used the Beretta M9A2. So when the A4 came out, I had to actually break down and check out this gun, and I am in love. A couple reasons why. Number one, the Beretta M9A2 that we used was not the flat dark earth or brown or whatever color they actually call this. It was black. This just looks really cool. Number two, the reason I really like it is the M9A4 comes with an adapter plate so that you can mount an optic directly to the firearm. There's pros and cons of that, and I'll get into all of that. But if you're looking for a fun gun just to take out to the gun range and shoot, maybe not carry on you, but something entirely different than your everyday carry, guys, go check out this gun. It is awesome. So, why do I like this gun? Number one, the biggest reason I like it is there's no ammo in here, just so you guys can see that. All right, I'm going to close my slide. You can see that the hammer is to the rear right now. So when I go to pull this trigger, you can see there's a lot of creep right up front. Once you hit that wall, which is going to be real light compared to like a lot of those everyday carry pistols or polymer frames, once you break that trigger, it's so smooth. As far as the reset goes, watch how little I have to move that finger and listen for that click. It's already ready to fire again. So that's one reason I love it, is that short reset. Now I'm going to work the action so you can see that my hammer is to the rear. If you were going to actually carry this firearm on you, this selector right here is not actually a traditional safety. It's called an auto decock. So what I'm going to do is engage this selector right here and watch what happens to my hammer as I do that. It automatically decocked my hammer, and when I release that selector, it spring loads back forwards. Again, it's not a safety selector, so as soon as you let go. So all it did was take it out of that single action mode, put it in double action mode. So now that first time I squeeze my trigger, you'll notice that my hammer has to move to the rear. Because of this, your trigger is going to be real heavy for that first trigger pull. After it breaks and the gun goes bang, your recoil is going to happen and your slide is going to actually cock your hammer for you. So now every follow-up shot will have that nice light trigger pull to it, which is really cool. Again, this is not a traditional safety. It is simply an auto decock for that gun. Now, the downside of their optic system is that because of how everything is rounded at the top of this gun right here, you can see that the actual plate hangs over the side of the firearm, so it contours to it. Well, because of that, you can see how thick the actual plate is. That's not ideal in my opinion, and the reason why is pretty simple. If I grab it and I bring it up, you can see there's no way for me to possibly co-witness my iron sights straight from factory. What you would have to do is buy factory replacement sights for suppressor height to bring it up above that plate so that you could co-witness. This is not something I carry on me, so I don't care if I can co-witness this or not. It's just something for the range, so it'll work. Now, another feature I really like about this, having the accessory rail so that I can just mount one of my favorite flashlights, a Streamlight TRL-1HL flashlight. That's a 1,000 lumen flashlight. It is phenomenal. I absolutely love that flashlight. I use it on my everyday carry, which is the G17, so I had to throw it on here. Now, even though I don't carry this gun, I still like the ability to have a flashlight mounted up there, and because Streamlight had one that was similar in color, and I don't know if that's brown, flat, dark earth, whatever color they want to call it. I know there's a few different variants out there. It's close enough that when I found it and it matched the firearm good enough, I bought it and threw it on here. So, other things I like about this gun. Now, I live in New York State, so we can't actually run suppressors, but if you watch any videos about the Beretta M9A4, a cool feature that they do is it does have a threaded barrel. So you could just directly mount your suppressor right to it. Now, you also get a different spring. It's suppressor ready, so you can just throw in your other spring, you're good to go. You don't have to do a whole bunch of work to this firearm to make it function, suppressor or not. As far as shooting it goes, I've never had a jam in this firearm. Again, if you're looking for a fun gun, a reliable gun, and something just entirely different than your everyday carry, Beretta M9A4 is probably your go-to pistol so that you can get to the range and just truly enjoy that experience. If you were ever a service member and you carry the Beretta M9 at all, leave your service branch down in the comments. I would love to know, and thanks to all the veterans who are out there. Other people who've had the chance to just handle a Beretta M9, I don't care what version it was, leave it down below for me of what your thoughts and opinions on that firearm was. And if you do own the Beretta M9A4, let me know. You can obviously see I don't shoot this a ton. It's pretty clean. So if you guys have ever had an issue with your firearm, let the other people know that you've had issues, or if it's ran flawlessly, we want to know about it. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the support on the channel. As always, click like, share, comment. I appreciate everything you guys do for it. Thanks a lot.